Hello, team. Hello, Swishy. Swish, you're first. You're first on today's stream. Welcome. Welcome, Swishy. I hope you're feeling cute. Hello, everybody. Let's do some arts and science, shall we? You have no idea how tired I am. Just quite tired is what I'll say. But, you know, I told myself that I'll be streaming every single day. Who cares how tired I am? Like, do you care? Let's be honest, you don't. Like, let's just spill it out. You don't care how tired I am. You don't care how tired you are whenever you have responsibilities and work. It's 3 ducks now. Yep. Never gonna know what will happen tomorrow with these. Or maybe more. Or maybe less. How many more do I have? Hey, Mappa. You're welcome. Welcome, friend. How you doing today? Mappa, how tired are you right now on a scale from 0 to 1? Hey, Ova. You're welcome. Long time no see. Saren, hey, what up? Hello, hello, Sunshines. You care about how tired I am when I have responsibility and then I go to sleep usually. What cool shape you're making? Just sketching out the pose. Finish the portrait and submit it for feedback. No rush on that. Nice, nice. Since I finished that piece, I'm writing on energy high. I always get like that in the end. Hey, dude, what? You're writing on an energy high whenever you're finishing the piece. That's actually great. Oh shit, I usually get the opposite. We usually get like fatigued from an artwork and I'm eager to jump to the next one. That's a good quality that you have. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. I guess the critique is tomorrow, right? So I think I did already one critique for you in the March. So tomorrow on 1st of April, I'll do the critique for the next piece. Searching work of arts in Google queries, and I don't know if it's just algorithm, but saw a couple of your artwork, most of the top search. Damn, really? Yo, that's incredible to hear. Let's go. To be honest, the Google search and the algorithms like that are the reason why I always try to like type in the quotation that is like Warcraft, and I always give names to my piece because I feel like that helps. Or like I've heard that it helps to with like Google searches and everything. And if your art pops up there, like it's not like it's gonna change much for your art career, but it's definitely a nice bonus. So yeah, it's cool to hear that it's working. So yeah, right now I'm just starting on the pose. That's usually how I start all of my artworks. Even like big illustrations, I kinda jumped into this technique even on those. Just kind of sculpting out the silhouette. As you can see by the bulky silhouette and probably by the uh the title of the stream, it's gonna be a lot of metal rendering today, guys. So like, get ready for it. No leather, no scales, no scalies, no furies. It's just some metal. Some metal and the race that I rarely get to paint, but today's the day. Pandaren or Nork Warrior? No, actually neither of those. Neither of those. Torrent, no. No Furies. No Furies, as I mentioned. Raikou. Actually, I've never painted a Raikou. No. No, it's a player card. It's something you can play. It's not a like a fictional race. Or I guess not an unplayable race. I'll give you one hint, but you'll guess it right away. But they're supposed to be shorter. That's why I'm kind of trying to figure out this body shape. Also, there's just a little hint. Um, is it not dwarves? It actually is. Yeah, I was going to say that there are quite a few of them in the game. Hey, Carbon. How many ducks are gonna... Nobody knows, dude. That's a mystery. To be honest, even I'm not sure. Mechanomes? That's actually another race that I've never painted. Uh, I've painted gnomes multiple times. Goblins, just one in a big illustration. I have never gotten a commission to paint a mechanome. And you know me, there's negative chance that I'm gonna create my own, paint my own. Or I just really need to figure out the kind of the body language here. This pose. Well, like the pose is actually super simple, but like actually these simple poses are kind of hard to get right because they're supposed to be also dynamic while kind of resting. Just adding the eyes, like the eye sockets, will kind of is kind of crucial for this to work. Naga sorcerers. I've never painted a Naga, so that would definitely be fun. That would be interesting. Yeah, Saren, how are you doing yourself, by the way? You playing? You enjoying the season? Like, what's new for you? Hey, Cat. Metal about? Yeah, pretty much everything that you see already is gonna be metal out of metal here. They've been metal rendering. There will be some cloth, which is actually nice. But for the most part, just giant metal armor. Shadow Breach to Demonology. Shadow Breach almost, although it's fine by the numbers, but just straight up boring to play. Got a mess of a character. Yeah, aren't Shadow Priest like the class has been changed the most during like the WoW history overall. They've been reworked so many times, I guess with Arcane Mages to follow. And they still feel clunky, uh, by what I hear. Yeah, I've been rocking Devastation this year, and it's been so much fun. And they pump too, actually doing mad numbers. Renai or an orc? No, it's a dwarf. Dwarf, giant beard, metal armor, big hammer. As dwarven as it can get. Oh, hello? Every single big patch. Yeah. Just says something about the design, doesn't it? How to be so I want to have this kind of pose. With the hand. My way home from class, let's go. Let's go. What are you gonna be doing for the rest of the day? Chilling? Playing? Or like studying? Hopefully drawing, right? Right, Holly? You can't wait to put your hands on painting? Surely. Surely it's gonna be no distraction activities involved. Alright, I feel like we kinda good with the overall shape. What I recently started doing is that there are kind of details here that I don't like to get to lose them. But I do want to block out the silhouette and merge everything so I can do base colors on top. So what I usually do is I go with lighter value and I just block out the silhouette with a different layer, but then I merge them. You're gonna see. Two designers were fired. Imagine somebody on like higher up is like, okay, let's see how this spec plays. What were the guys cooking? Like creates a character, like a class trial, just plays it, walks out the office in 30 minutes and like, okay, who did that? Fucking did that. This person is gonna be out of the office in a second. Big and powerful? Yep. Well, big but not tall, but yet powerful, yep. So this is what I like doing. Just so I don't lose the silhouette details, because they're kind of important. Are these dogs from a table that's sneakily stole from the bathroom? Do you want to hear it? Let's prepare for an ear rape. You know what's fun too? If you like let them in the bathtub and play with them, and like whatever you do is an adult playing with plastic ducks. But if any water gets in them and you do this, like they sound like they have like a lung infection. Because you hear like the bubbling of the water. Squeaking very painfully, okay. Oh, beautifully. Sharpris has class dilemma, how community wants pre-Legion gameplay. Second part of Legion 1, I is that those gameplays are literally the opposite. I did play during Legion and it was kind of fun, to be honest. The fact that you had like this window where you pump and like you first build insanity and then you kind of go in, and then the town that kills you was pretty fun to play around. I don't know how much people like it though. Let's see how the hammer looks. Let's get a reference of that. I think I have a perfect angle on it. I'm just gonna bulk in the middle, at the beginning and in the end. Right, I think I can merge those two. And I want to make it him even bigger. Let me place him here. Yeah, that looks right. I have zero clue what I wanted to do here for the background. I guess there is so little background that it's kind of doesn't really matter. I'll just fill it in with something like this now. Every single class must be a builder spender, so I have the gameplay forever. Well, oh yeah, I was going to say that Legion Remix is on the corner, but it's gonna be like a current design with this old game. You look amazing today. You don't see much of me though, Holo. Right, thank you. Right, let's not mess around too much. One thing I want to do is pretty much right up. Yeah, let's get this on a separate layer just right away. I know it's gonna be a thing in the future. I do use layers for things that are kind of in front of each other. It's gonna be a mess to work around, like this arm. I want this. I guess it's, oh yeah, it's almost horizontal like this, right? It's supposed to be bigger too. Yeah, looks about right. All right. To have the elbow a little bit to the side. Is my arm that long? Or is it supposed to be that long? Drawing some things is hard. I have to take photos to understand what my hand look like every time. I used to do that all the time too. I guess. Uh, I mean, there is a way of laziness of why I don't do that. Like I'm gotten a little bit lazy with it, and it doesn't seem necessary, honestly. Oh yeah, there was also like one incident where I actually got kind of um like I was relying a lot on the reference that I was taking myself. Like I was do like a full pose myself, even in like kind of somewhat matching clothes, and was relying on it a lot. And then one time it just didn't work, and I remember struggling a lot trying to follow the reference, and it just pissed me off so much that I decided to never do that again. Probably shouldn't give up on it that easily, but you know, it's kind of from that point onward didn't feel like uh, taking photo. Using a reference, I use just the reference of the character design. So like nothing for the pose, nothing for anything else pretty much. No reference for the mood or none of that. Right, so let's block out the gold metal pieces, which I told you there's gonna be a lot of metal. It's gonna be this gold and also some like, it's not silver, just like it's plate or whatever the color would be. Gonna black it out too later. The hammer is, I guess, is almost full gold painted. Yeah, it's a good practice for sure, especially for hands, because you always have the reference kind of on you. It's definitely good practice. Keep doing it. So somehow he looks taller with this. Wonder what it is. We'll just keep going and then I'll adjust it if I need to. So let's do the silver part then. We're gonna pick. Oh, this looks nice. This looks just what I needed. Actually, I think that's it for the silver. Also gonna be the purple cloth. Ooh. Yeah, something like this. It's gonna be here on the sides, and then bluish top part in the middle. Some hyper orange glowing stuff. Gray beard. Gray beard is kind of, yeah, well, way more gray. Something like this. Who's kind of tall now? I think it's due to the legs. Keyboard's glowing, is it too hard on your eyes? No. It's actually, it's way more glowy on the camera compared to how it is in the real life. It's actually barely noticeable that it's glowing. See how this is much bulkier than this? I wonder why. Definitely due to the leg shape though. Hey Diana, thank you for the raid. Welcome in Sunshines. How did you stream go, Diana? What were you up to? We are painting a dwarf. World of Warcraft. Just started, pretty much. I guess 30 minutes in. Hello, hello. You can see the first steps in the illustration. Nice. Nice, Diana. Welcome in, guys. Hey, Tiles. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm doing wonderful, actually. Doing wonderful, have had a good day so far. Incredibly tired, though. I usually don't stream whenever I'm that tired, but I kind of... I promised to myself that I'm gonna be streaming no matter what, so here we are. How do you do that, Diana? Do you stream every day, or do you like stream on good days? So like, what's your approach to it? If you feel terrible, do you stream, or do you just skip it? I don't feel like terrible, but I'm definitely tired. Not gonna stop me from arting. I mean, if I wasn't streaming, I would have been just painting off stream. So it definitely doesn't affect the way I paint or do any kind of work. It is just kind of a willpower thing. Like, do I want to do this today, or do I not? If my mood's done, then no. Mood-wise, I'm kind of good though. It's just like physically. Interesting, because on the sketch he looked way bulkier, and this kind of makes him look kind of taller, I guess. Just don't understand why. When I have fun talking to people, if I can, it's pointless to stream. Oh, interesting. I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I shouldn't be like, I shouldn't be expecting to have fun all the time. Maybe sometimes working and feeling like it's work, it's kind of good. Because if we condition ourselves to just have fun all the time, like life is not only about fun. That's kind of what I'm telling myself. Like you of course do you. Sketch feels to have more depth. It doesn't really explain for the bulkiness though. Oh, I guess kind of the shoulders are. It was like they seem like more open. And the legs, dude. There's something about the legs for sure. I guess shoes just like boots seem like bigger. You can talk to people at all, and it's not work for anyone. It just stress too much. I paint along with stream. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm well known for taking like months, or like about a month of breaks. Sometimes it's just like painting on my own. Definitely. Right, let's do this. That's the thing that I do all the time. Just kind of put on the multiply layer, darken everything, so we can go with a color dodge and just lighten things on top. We're gonna go for my default. Gonna this top down, cool light, ambient light, and then there's also gonna be like this glow from all the shiny parts here as well. Because when some work is really nice, the person just keeping company, that's already nice. Yeah, definitely. Stress me out a bit too much if I'm already not up for talking on the stream. Different from yeah, sure. Sometimes I used to stress a lot whenever there like be like less people on the stream, just like lower viewer count, and then nobody would type anything. And obviously, whenever you're sitting here by yourself and nobody's like even saying hi, like what do you just start talking on your own? So like it feels awkward, and then it feels even more awkward because like the silence, and you feel like you're not doing the stream right because like you're not talking whenever you usually are, and then it feels more and more awkward because like the less you talk, the more you feel like it's less entertaining, so less people join, and it's this like cycle where you kind of don't know how to fix it, because if you would just like start talking out of nowhere, it'd be kind of, strange. Like what are you really what are you really gonna be talking about if nobody's here? It's like, would you just be talking to yourself? But then it makes it worse because you sit there in silence and you just kind of stress out about, your stream not doing well and stuff like that. And if the painting is not going your way, oh, dude, you're gonna have a panic attack there. And it's so strange too because like nobody's commenting, but you feel like people are watching and like judging you. It can get in your head for sure. Having a good space to stream is better for you and your viewers in your good mood. For sure. I also find that you kind of get in a good mood. Like whenever you just show up and there are the same people that were here yesterday, it kind of puts you in a better place, even if you're not in the mood in the beginning. So right now I'm at a stage where I'm trying to like force myself to stream every day, even if I don't feel like it. Exciting. 7 TVs down? Wait, what? Alright. Stream over, guys. What's the point of it anyways? What's the point of streaming with no 7 TV? The painting goes poorly, it's rough. Yeah, for sure. Well, sometimes I feel like people don't even care about what you're painting. They're just here for the vibes. You definitely feel it though. Most people watch them in the background, therefore don't comment. Oh yeah, for sure. Most people are lurkers. Hey, Excel. Hey, welcome. Happy to see you here. I like to see if something goes poorly by an artist who I look up to. It's a learning experience. Wait, you like to see if like artists who you look up to don't do well in their stream? What? Did I understand correctly? You look at them fail and be like, oh yeah, I'm coming for you. Hey, Wonder. Hey, welcome. Maybe let's make the head a little bigger. Oh yeah, just put it kind of down in his shoulders. That's gonna make him look shorter for sure. How you doing, Wonder? So the glow on this character gonna come from, just establish it right away. The shoulders are just like shine from the shoulders, from the hammer too, and the crown as well. They almost killed Rick River. Wow, people. Xena, you might not even understand what Xeren's saying, because, sorry, what Wonder's saying. He's literally having a second job, progressing in the raid, in the mythic raid, where one mistake of a single person can, like, can result in the wipe of other 20 people. Yeah, and the belt too. Just shining. Look at this happy fella. So they're committing like, how many hours do you raid, Wonder? I would assume like 12 a week or so, right? Maybe mistaken and 20 people will yell at me. I mean, they make them all the, like everybody makes them all the time. So yeah. It's kind of like a high stakes scenario. You raid 3 hours a week? You were disconnected from the server. What's maybe with my chat today? There's no way you're raiding 3 hours a week. You saying like one day? Hey, River. You have just one raid night? That's pretty good, the one raid night. I bet even that sometimes feel like a chore. Remember when I was mythic raiding, it felt like I was like forced to be there. Kinda didn't enjoy the full vibe there. Hey, he has like a glowing thing on his forehead too, like here. Yeah, nice. Sunday only. Damn, that's pretty good. And with that, you already have full heroic down, and you already started on mythic. That's pretty good. Nice. And you have woman raid leader who you can flirt with. Damn, what a life. Get me in too, dude. How do we sign up? I only have logs from plugged in heroic, but I have like 80 and like I don't have a 90, I think, log. You guys have green eyes though. Then goes right for the throw. When are you gonna post your novel if you're gaming so much? 3 hours a week. Let's do. It was dark on the background on the top, I guess. Orphan? No, that's just a dwarf, not orphan. But yeah, dwarf paladin. Let it's you can tell that it's a dwarf. Because quite a few times I painted those, it seemed like it's kind of challenging to get the proportions right. You're rigging your own VTuber model, River. What's she gonna look like? For some reason I assume that it's a she. Yeah, but mostly doing this to learn rigging and drawing this separate manner. Mm. I got you. I mean, I guess if you get good at it, it's like I'm pretty sure the market is on demand. Like if you want to, I've heard that people make a lot of money doing VTuber models. From 200 to 10,000? Holy shit. Maybe I need to start learning that. 10,000? I would just do one and I'll just vegetate for the rest of the year. What is this? 10,000, dude. What? You can make the model yourself. It's not as difficult as it looks. Have you seen... I mean, I have a PNG tuber model. Where are they? I don't know if I have them. No, I think I don't have them currently. But do you remember the hamster and the raccoon that I've had? Only PNG tubing though, so not a serious thing. That sounds like a good idea, Wonder. Instead, take a look at this. That's exactly what people need in the time whenever the 70 is down. I mean, yeah, hold on. I definitely see why it's so expensive because they're hard to make, but at the same time, it's like, wow, dude, money though. Oh, well, VTubers were gaming Valorant and called which one? Probably quite a few of them during the what they were they called? Only things. So probably quite a few of them during OnlyFans phase. Classics cringe? Oh no. You know what's strange, dude? I've never gotten a single classic WoW commission. With how popular it is, and I believe it's probably like as popular as retail, maybe like from time to time, probably even more. Not a single commission of a classic character. Ain't that something? Hmm? What does he have on his shoulders? I cannot tell. Oh, those are books. Books flying from his shoulders, dude. That is... It's incredible. Transform and stretch out equals dwarf proportions. I don't know, I feel like it's more than that. Classic RP scene was tiny. Yeah, that's what I thought too, because like I guess it's like only the RPers who commission stuff, and Classic is, you know, not huge into that. Italy, just like a triangle brush with one soft and one hard edge. You can find it in my Discord if you want to. Imagine you pay 300 for a commission and your character dies. Yeah. I mean, that ain't that bad, because at least you got the memories now with the commission. Because, like, he would have died anyway in hardcore. And just, at least now it's kind of like, it's done in art and you'll remember it. Yeah, the whole thing of hardcore goes so against, like, the spirit of WoW, honestly. The spirit of WoW is actually to, like, go around, explore, and die a million times, and then, like, the idea of the game is to make mistakes and get punished for it, and then learn from them and get better, and, like, continue on. Hardcore just goes against that all. Didn't they arrest them, though? The DDoS thing. I saw the news that they resurrected all the characters that died during that time. So I guess they have their way. They can continue on the misery playing hardcore. Dude, he's still like too tall. What if he just whoop? What if he just shrink the guy? I mean, it doesn't solve anything, literally. It's definitely good proportions. Work on them more. Squish. It was good for a sole year, and then Zandalar tribe closed. I forget. I think some moved into Season of Discovery, but it didn't last. I mean, I guess for RP, you have so much more in retail. Make him wire. What if I make him just wire? It's definitely not about that. He looked way bulkier on the sketch, so I think it's due to the legs, honestly. 16 to 4. Okay. Relatively new WoW kind of game where I'm collecting Beres classic ain't it for me, but yeah. Oh, really? So, like, if, like, let's say Riot releases an MMO, would you give it a go? I feel like with WoW, it's like you sank too much time into it to give up now. Let's actually paint underneath the hand for a little bit just to see the proportions. Maybe it will tell us what's wrong. Should start to think that it's the head placement, if anything. Because everything seems right in place. He does look like a dwarf already, to be honest. Like, he does look pretty good, but I just want to kind of enhance this look. Yeah, I have the character open in the armor as well. Right, the Ramo definitely want to try. Like the overall league, just not the league itself, because the league ain't a good game. Yeah, dude, completely agreed. League is cancer. I don't know how it's been alive for so long. I would definitely be up for at least doing commissions of people's characters from League MMO. That is for sure. But if I had ginger hair, I wouldn't look too bad, I think. It is one fit. I think that would. Usually ginger, uh, how do you just call them in general? Like people with ginger hair have like paler skin. So that would actually look good. Oh, we'll go nuts with the shapes of the beard. That's gonna be so fun. Well, actually, I'm quite happy with the progress so far. Maybe the composition in the canvas, I would kind of want him. So I want to this side a bit more. I forget what's going on with his like helm or crown or what this is. Just gets in his face. Ooh, he has so much hair too, and you just barely can see any of that through that helm. It's just kind of let's have it sticking out. Gonna lurk, right, River. What? There's a police chase. There was a sound of extremely high speed, and then police sirens. What are these people doing, huh? They can be sitting at home playing World of Warcraft, and instead they go and they break laws, endanger other people. Or heresy. Some guy with Cristiano Ronaldo's profile said he wants to buy my art. Oh yeah, I love it. This like I want to buy your art is my favorite. Right, and it's just like you do digital art, but they don't care, they want to buy it. Neighbors who keeps cutting grass at 5 p.m. Wait, what's when did I say that? Neighbor who keeps cutting grass? What? When did we have that? So grateful I don't have to do another piece. He wants to buy the one already done. Damn, dude. Sell them all. And tell him to come back for more. What was it, Xaden? Cutting grass at 5 p.m.? Are you sure it was about grass? I don't recall at all. Actually, I don't really like how this is working. So I should be a little bit decent for my torso. It wasn't cutting grass, it was just people on scooters and stuff like that. Definitely no cutting grass in here. I wonder if I'll ever live in like a quiet area in my life. I imagine that's just such a different state of life. You know, you wake up and there's just no sound and it's just like chill and peaceful. Wouldn't that be nice, huh? I guess that's for rich people. Apartment higher floor. Dude, I've had an apartment on 22nd floor. And it was all... Okay, actually, I don't remember. I wasn't working at home, from home back then. I don't remember if it was quiet or not. Maybe it's a good idea. Nice. I love the shine. I love the contrast already. Right, not too bad of a progress for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, guys, let me show you a time lapse and I'm gonna go for a little break. Get it back. Right, team, we are back. How's it going? Add commission brush custom trap. What is this, bro? Add command brush. Wait, two soft edges? It's just one soft edge and one hard edge. What do you? Hey, Horizon. Wait, Kat, wait, you got a commission? Wait, I thought you had a scammer trying to buy an NFT from you. Have a love-hate relationship with commissions. Good luck on yours. What do you mean you have a love-hate relationship? What's the hate you're from? I have a love relationship with commissions. I love them. Love getting paid to do art. Hey, Axavold, you're welcome. Hey, Artin. Don't act like it happens rarely. It's everyday activity now. Brush that I never use after half a month. What, did you try it out and then abandon? Is that what happened, Shin? Yeah, the proper one. They mentioned the point from that critique made it. Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Now I understand. Yeah, do you think like a shout out from a video would do any good for you? Like in terms of followers, like any kind of recognition? I don't know, but like, what if? There's a slight what if, right? Ninja, hey. Watching streaming, watching streaming videos for the last 2 months, and you've been supporting, motivating me. Hey, nice, nice, Ninja. I'm glad to hear that. Let's go, sunshine. Hope you're doing more art as a result of that. Well, money, but I've been burned a few times on commissions. Yeah, why so? Like, what went wrong? Or stream should be celebrated. It's not every day you get to watch someone stream their progress. Wait, for me it is actually every day. At least as of now, I've been streaming for the last week with no breaks. So I'm looking forward to keeping up the trend. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it now. As you can see today, we have quite a special character, a dwarf character. Don't get to paint these often, so gotta learn, gotta pay attention. This is Sunshine's how you paint in crystal, by the way. So let me just break it down. So you see the light is coming from here, right? The top-down view. So I would purposely Guy's making a second lap. I don't know if you heard him. Uh, so the light's coming from above, so I would purposely darken this area and kind of made the shine be on the bottom, and then just place a highlight here, right? So you see how it looks. It looks like it's kind of like shining through. And then within this, you can like play around with shapes and whatever texture you want to. It's like kind of free. But just in general, if you follow these rules, it's pretty simple and like gives you good results right away. Hey, Papaya. Who got accepted into their dream uni today? Ain't no way. Congrats. Learned to tell people that I would do their commission, but in my style, that way there were fewer revisions. There was a steep learning curve on the contract side of things for me. Were you doing like commissions for like studios or stuff like that, or just like personal commissions? Because I feel like for personal commissions, people kind of like are aware and they're like purposefully commissioning you for your style. I've never had anybody tell me that, you know, I should do kind of things differently from what I do myself. If anything, it's always just, you know, do your thing. Can't afford it, so I'm going somewhere else, but damn. Yeah, I don't know, Papaya. I don't know if you should like pay for an art school. That, like, from what I've heard about art schools, it doesn't really sound like a good decision overall. But you do you, of course. You do you. I feel like you don't need a school to learn how to paint. Dude, this crown, it doesn't really look like it's working. Even though it kind of looks exactly like it is in the game. It's the way I paint it. Yeah, I have zero knowledge about like scholarships or whatever you guys mentioned. Commission have been mostly personal. Interesting. So like it's kind of strange that people require for you to like change your art style, and even then, like, feels like if only you mention that you're not gonna do anything outside of your art style, I feel like it should be good. I feel like it shouldn't be like a love-hate relationship, as you mentioned. It can be just like, can be a nice experience for both you and the commissioner too. Was considered art school, but as well at one point. But the only good one in my country is 99% traditional art, and can fathom learning all physics painting art sounds overwhelming. Bro, I think it's fucking easy as hell, honestly. Well, not necessarily like easy is easy. I feel like the, you know, how you mentioned like physics of like doing traditional art. I feel like that's pretty easy. I feel like the struggle is that you also have all the fundamentals on top of it too. I feel like with digital art, there is very little that we're dealing with when it comes to like the media of digital art itself. There are of course like some things that kind of make digital art look worse than traditional, and you kind of have to fight it. But overall, I feel like digital allows you to really just focus on what art really is. And with traditional, it's a little bit less of that. With traditional, I feel like it's way more of just, okay, how do I put this shit on the canvas that it doesn't like melt right away or something, you know? You have a better mind for art business than I do. For art and business. I mean, perhaps, dude, perhaps, but it just, I don't know. I, I guess what I'm trying to say is just like don't give up that easily if you want to do commissions. It's for me it's been like 99% good experience all the time. So maybe the couple of times where you got kind of turned off by it, just I don't know. Shitty experience happens. I've gotten scammed a couple of times doing commissions stuff like that, but you know, in general, I feel like it's a privilege doing art for a living and like doing commissions for people for money. It's you know, it's an incredible fortune to be able to do that. Learning a bit traditional art may be worth it, kinda. I had to enjoy painting for everything in between. It kinda helped me my mindset and process across all mediums. Uh, not really sure. Not really sure. It probably wouldn't hurt, but at the same time, if you just like take it face value, like if you spend like a couple of months trying to learn traditional, would it be better for you as an artist than like, you know, spending those same few months just like continuing doing digital? Would it really be better or no? And like, I don't know. Hmm. Okay, this shape is actually quite strange. There's another layer there that I kind of didn't account to. So I would say that no, but at the same time, if you're already doing plenty of digital and if you treat traditional as just like a little fun thing on the side, why not? And you just do just like a little bit extra with it, like why not? That can be fun for sure. But I would say only that probably. It can be like fun. Is what I would say. It's in traditional you can even make big light changes if you realize you need them later in the piece or you stuck. Dude, it really depends. Like you say traditional media, that's like those are like dozens of medias. And actually in general traditional art requires way more planning forward. In digital you can change everything like at any point. I mean, like to a degree, right? Like you can just straight up redo the piece if you decide to change stuff. But in traditional watercolors, for example, oh, dude, if you don't plan the highlights, for example, just so you know, in watercolors, if you've never had to deal with them, you cannot lighten anything. The only thing you can do, like the lightest thing that you have is the paper. You cannot make things brighter than the paper. So highlights or like light areas, you just literally have to plan them forward. And I mean, that is unless you kind of mix in a little bit of like gouache or like what's the other paint, like the thicker paint. I don't know. But if you're using only watercolors and you don't plan ahead, oh dude, you're in trouble. But in oils, I think you can paint all over and stuff like that. I hate when I'm sticking to one media respectfully, but it's good to experiment, maybe try out scary things like painting on charcoal. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm saying it wouldn't hurt, but Would it be that beneficial though? It's probably gonna be hella fun though. That's for sure, and like nobody takes away that. If you're having fun doing something, that's incredible. If you're just making my living on commissions, it's a great feeling knowing that your art is on their best. Oh, damn. It actually sounded like you've just done a few and you got burned out, but it does sound like you... Now it does sound like you've had a lot of experience, but it was kind of mixed. Interesting. So what are you doing now then? Like you're just doing other stuff, or like you don't like doing commissions anymore? I learned multiple mediums for the future monetary gain. Or really, how do you plan on monetizing your like traditional art? Sounds scary and difficult, yeah. And expensive too, if you buy good paints. That's also one thing. The paper is also giga expensive too. And imagine you can just like um you can mess up once and you just ruin, like literally some amount of money by just not knowing what you're doing. So it's not as forgiving as digital, that's for sure. I guess that's like one thing about traditional in general, that it's like less forgiving, makes you plan more. But again, like, is that good for learning though? Coming back to the WoW thing, hardcore is really literally the opposite of what WoW was meant to be. Because you're meant to make mistakes, like die, and then, you know, resurrect your character, come back to life, and try again, and like, learn from your mistakes. So digital literally allows you to do that, and traditional is kind of more like hardcore. Wouldn't touch watercolor with a 10-feet pole. Game designer, I still do art for fun. I think traditional art will be more valued soon. Oh, I don't know, dude. There's so much speculation on like what's gonna be valued and what's not. I mean, if so, you'll see me transition to traditional. I actually thought about doing that, just like painting with oils and like selling traditional paintings, shipping them worldwide or something. Like I wouldn't mind, to be honest. Like I'm not fully against traditional, and you're gonna see me if I'll transition to doing oils. Oh guys, you'll see me in like a month. I'll do like a good oil painting. Like I'm 100% sure that it's all about your artistic knowledge, like knowledge as an artist, your art skills, and they just transcend the media. Like I'll just understand how the oils themselves work, and then I'll just do my thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but for now I'm like 100% sure in that, or confident, I'll say. Is there a need to do a piece digital and copy on oil painting that will help with the planning part? Yeah, that's exactly how I would do it. Because I thought about it for a while, and that is literally how I would do it. But then you can sell it for like a lot of money. And you know what's good about traditional too? Is that they like value finished pieces. a lot. So even if you just paint it for yourself, you can just literally sell that stuff. So like ideal world, you just like paint for fun and then you sell that stuff because it just looks appealing in somebody's bedroom. And that's something, you know, ain't that a life to live? Painting for fun and then selling that. That's kind of like prints, doing prints and selling them, but on like different scale. Also, they're just fancy as hell. Imagine you have a room and there are like canvases there, and you have like your paints and you like mix them up and stuff. Like you have all the equipment and you do these things, and it just looks fancy as hell. Meanwhile, for digital, you have literally like a half working PC and like this like $50 desk, or like plastic square. Doesn't look as fancy. You're gonna put ducks on it though. Hell, years once I have more skill overall, could try some traditional on the side. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Or like, not that I'm gonna have like more skill. I think it's like what I have is enough for it. But it's just like whenever I'll have like more free time, whenever I'll kind of be better off financially and stuff like that. Just do an oil painting and then sell it. I really wonder if people are gonna buy it. Or like, if somebody commissions me in like an oil painting of their character, dude, that bad boy gotta be really expensive. We're talking like, you know, more than $1,000. Vast majority of skills transfer, like composition, color, theory, perspective. Yeah, of course, everything. You literally gonna be the same artist. It's just like it's gonna be a matter of you just figuring out how the paints work. So like think of it more as of if you're working in Photoshop, like how you would transfer to Clip Studio or something. Like I would literally use that comparison more than you know than learning like a new skill. Yeah, everything transfers, everything. Now I feel small hype for it. I mean, that's cool, you know, that's like something for you to explore too, whenever you kind of, you'll get a better hang on digital. I don't really have that much hopes on it though, monetarily, like, I don't know. Maybe people are really out of, like, will go out of their way to get their hand on traditional art, but I don't know. Never really seen that much of a demand for it. Because also imagine shipping that. And also just so you know, if you do an oil painting, do you know that it like takes it might take you up to like half a year for the paints to dry up? So before you can even ship it anywhere, it will take it half a year to dry up. Just think about that for a second. That is insane. Each part of my OC in a fancy wood frame to sell for 1,000 once I'm dead. Why are you dead? Sell it now. I don't look at hot garbage the first time, it's okay to get upset. Just close my eyes and powerful to get something a little bit better than the last. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's like just with art in general. Sounds like dating experience? Oh no. No, no, bro. Half a year? Yeah, it depends on the layer of paint that you put on it. Because usually you kind of pay lay down, like, for example, if I was to paint this in traditional, it would have been totally different. Like in oil specifically, it would have been totally different story. Because I would firstly do the background, and then on top of it, I will lay down like the character, right? And it's just not the other way around. So there is the thing they called underpaint, that is like kind of the base of colors that are on the background, and then you paint on top of them, and they kind of like mix a little bit, so you gotta be careful with what you put down. Like, I don't know much about it, but trust me, dude, from what I know, it does sound like a lot of pain. However, again, if you really think about it, if you look at the traditional art, most of them are kind of like studies or stills from life, or it's just like you kind of repaint stuff that you already have like painted, or it's very rare where people go like and do freehand things. And if they do, it's like super um, casual. Like it's nothing complex. That's because the media is so unforgiving. Makes sense. It's not like people are bad. It's just like, holy shit, dude, good luck doing that in one go. Golden Navy is very royal. Yeah, not even halfway in on all the shine here. Gonna go way crazier. I'm sort of still laying down the basics for the color, because then I'm gonna go into like a lot of experiment with it too. Darken it, then come back with some more light and stuff like that. It's gonna be a process for sure. I also don't know what to do with the beard. I'm kinda excited about painting it, but also I'm not really sure. Problem is, my last piece I didn't not push colors enough. Let me actually check. You said you did send it. Ooh. It's loading. You can see the preview, okay. Um Just right away, Mappa, you know what I would say it lacks the most? To be honest, you have it kind of good with colors. They're kind of... Mm, they're all like, they're very muted, but they don't really ruin anything here. I would say the biggest, just right away, of course, we'll do a paint over tomorrow. Um, in the whole critique, but just right away, it is sort of like absence of like light. Like it doesn't really seem like her face seemed to be lit in like differently from the hair and the armor and everything. Okay, that's just like a little bit of a spoiler for tomorrow, what we're gonna be talking about. Joking happily married longer than our host has been alive. 26 plus year marriage. Hey, let's go. Even my parents didn't last for that long. My parents the worst after 15 years, I think. Yeah, imagine being together for 15 years and then saying like, okay, fuck you actually. Hey, actually, just so you know. I'm thinking about getting married too, Horizon. What do you think? Do you think you should start early, or should you like date for a while before you actually marry? You got married in 1993. Really? Okay, that's more than I've been alive for sure. Holy. Hey, congrats then on the happy marriage. Holy shit. That's 5 years before I got born. All depends on the ring. Okay, I don't have that much spare cash on the ring though. Do you think she'll understand it? You marry me, V-Storm? Alright, Sunshine, let's go. Marry your best friend. Hmm. My best friend has a girlfriend already, so I don't know how that will work out. But I see what you mean, though, jokes aside. Can share with his girlfriend. Do you think he will receive the news well? We've been friends for like more than 20 years, and I just come out and be like, bro, actually, marry me, you know? All those years, I've been thinking about it. And he would just like, he would just go in tears and be like, dude, me too. I didn't know how to tell you. That'll be our story. Right. How do we paint facial hair? Let's treat it like I do treat hair always. First of all, I don't really like bright highlights on any hair. I usually kind of like to have it in mid tones and then just with shadow. I feel like highlights are kind of difficult to do right on the hair. That'd be great. That would be something for her. Our girlfriends would be hella confused, but hopefully happy for us though, right? Finally moving together with my girlfriend at the end of this year. Hey, nice dude, let's go. To be honest, that can be like hit or miss. I've been in a relationship where we moved in after like half a year together, and it was like it just ruined fucking everything. Be like okay, she didn't hate me, but I started hating her a lot, and it ultimately led to us breaking up. Um, but now we've been living with my girlfriend right now, current girlfriend. We've been living together for more than half a year, and it's been actually fine. It's been pretty nice. We've been chilling. So it can be hit or miss, Merkala. Like I was very worried that it will just destroy our relationship, but no, we're chilling. She doesn't do dishes all the time, but we, I let, I let it slide. Maybe I'm also more mature right now. We together almost 8 years. Okay, holy shit. All right, 8 years, dude. What were you waiting for? 8 years? We moved in after. uh, now we moved in after 3 months together. 8 years, damn. Were you like, okay, honey, like next week, honey, I know. I also want it, but next week. So you live with your mother and sister, then. Dude, I've been in the same boat too. I used to live with my mother and sister for 3 years whenever I started doing art. Because I left my job. Maybe with my sister's vibes, but with my mom, it was a little tough for sure. We didn't get along too nicely. I would say living with your parents is hella hard, honestly. I don't know. Some people say that it's like, oh, they cook for me. It's nice. It's like easy. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I hate both them and also myself for not being able to be independent whenever I live with my parents. Maybe it's not like that for everybody. Maybe people have loving families. And mom cuddles them before they go to bed. My mom used to do that whenever I was a kid. And I wouldn't fall asleep if she didn't. Like cook, clean, do laundry, they pay the bills. I mean, that's a deal though, right? I didn't do any of that and didn't pay the bills either. Maybe that's why we didn't get along. I feel like the hand gesture is kind of not clear for now. Let's work on it a little bit. I want like this, you know, kind of like him. I don't know. What's how would you call this like emote or like gesture? You know, showing his honor or something. Okay, so the face will be almost like parallel. It's like this. Almost like going straight from the arm. Gonna be good in the for sure. Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be. I feel like you're gonna have a blast. Flexing. It's not necessarily flexing. You know, like if you watched Attack on Titans, you know how they did like the honor thingy. I kind of want to do this. Not necessarily the anime reference, but just like the gesture itself. I kind of liked it from the anime. Salute. I guess, but it just so the theme for this piece is okay. Let me actually read it because I forgot the exact wording. Uh, being honorable is most important for him. So like, I'm trying to just showcase that in the pose. That's kind of what I came up with the initial idea. Being honorable. It's like my honor, right? Like you see the idea. If I manage to get it right, which I think I will. Not today, then on the tomorrow stream. Mm. Like this, right? That works. Nice. That's quite an interesting thing that I have going on with my week commissions. I sort of only allow people to request the character and then the mood for it. And then just based on the mood, which is usually like 1 to 2 words of description, I'm doing the whole illustration. I feel like that's kind of like an interesting exercise. Not only do I have to paint the character, I also have to convey the mood. Most of the time it's pretty simple and straightforward though, like, you know, serious or like you know, like vicious or like evil. Those are like pretty simple to paint. But something like, you know, how that was worded again, being honorable. Yeah, that is like quite more difficult to showcase. But I really love moods like this, but nonetheless. Like the kind of the more not necessarily convoluted, but the more like in depth it is, the more unique, the more of a challenge it gives for sure. One of my favorite art styles, 1980s fantasy paintings. Or really, like how did it look like? Guys, random question, but is Leon Decker like an old? I can look it up myself. Why am I asking? Just I don't know how to spell his name though. Oh yeah, Leon Decker. Oh, 1958, 51. He died. F. Yeah, so like his art style is like I'm a fan of that stuff of Leon Decker. You know how I discovered him? I just saw a random AI slope painting on Pinterest, and in the comments people were asking like where the art style came from, like the original one, and people said that it like reminded them of Leon Decker. I looked it up and I'm like, oh my god, I love the way the guy paints. He was really ahead of the time. Hey, Alu, yeah. It does look like digital, to be honest, a lot. Hildebrand. Jody Hildebrand. Art. Oh shit. That's some. I've seen that for sure. That's some mad saturation. I don't know if I like it as much though. Star Wars piece. Yeah, I don't know if I like it as much. Maybe I should study Leon Decker. It feels like it would fit right into my art style. And I've honestly already started doing that. Actually, not even uh deliberately studying him, but I just remember this. You know the his iconic brushwork that he has whenever he like kind of almost creates this like silhouette around the character or like second row of the silhouette. And I've done that in my artworks a little bit, but just with smaller brushstroke, never kind of going crazier with it. Maybe I should really study him. I do love more blurry eyes. I really like whenever you kind of lose the transition from the white of the eye to the iris. I love that effect. Yeah, all the wrinkles on the face. Dude, painting like cute elven girls really doesn't allow you to go like crazy on the like wrinkles and like imperfections and skin on the face, but I feel like it's such a huge part of the like fantasy art. You know, like making an old man with a mace, full in armor. Crazy, ain't it? Like I've been playing painting Warcraft themed art so much, and it's like one of my few times that I actually get to paint stuff like this. Like true fantasy things. I guess it's more um like Lord of the Ring type fantasy. I guess Warcraft is kind of more, I don't know, child friendly or whatever. PG-13 kind of art. I don't know. I love both of these things. 100% drawn on human males and another cutie elf. Bro, painting cutie elves is like 50% of what I draw. I feel like I gotta get better at painting them though. Like I don't really go that crazy on like fan service, like the female cute aesthetic, and most people just make their careers doing that. Orange is much more fun, less demanding. 100%, dude. Actually, you can get away with so much more. I don't know. People like really gravitate towards painting like cute girls, and I see why. Because it's just like, you know, there's pleasure in that. You like it yourself, right? Like, who doesn't like a good-looking elf girl? Everybody does like it. But on the other hand, though, like it definitely is like more demanding. Like you kind of limit it more because there are only so many things that people perceive as cute, right? Like you make her, you give her a couple of wrinkles and she's old and ugly all of a sudden. You know, she gotta be like a supermodel. Does art help you understand people more? That's an interesting question. I've honestly never even thought about that. I would say probably not. In general, I don't really view art as um this like holy saint activity where it's like above anything else that people can do. I kind of view art as just like something that you do, something you can improve at, and you know, my job in general. I don't really see it as like that much different from other jobs or hobbies. Definitely didn't help me understand people more. It definitely did help me appreciate like the way people look more and see beauty in like more things and in myself too. I remember actually there was a phase where I was doing a self portrait every week. Like I would work on commissions 5 days, like from Monday to Friday. On Saturday I would do self portrait, and on Sunday I would do fan art of my choice. And doing those self portraits like week after week was a little bit narcissistic, of course, but it did help me appreciate the way I look way more, and by extent, like other people too. So I sort of went from, oh, like this person has a giant nose, they're ugly, to oh, they have a giant nose that's actually a cool shape, kind of complements their face in an interesting way. And that's kind of huge if you ask me, you know, like just seeing more beauty in the world, appreciating more things, it's kind of nice. Still probably wouldn't ask that person out though. What about you, Mercola? Did art help you understand people more? Art is a window to another world, sort of that point to something beyond what we see on day to day. Huh. Alright, sounds interesting. I don't know, but like, I don't really understand what you mean by that. But even with that, like, how would it help you understand other people better? I honestly don't even. I'm not sure that I know what that means either. Understanding other people. Mechanically, under. Wait, so you mean like physiologically and rather like not I thought you meant like psychology, like just understand people's intentions more and things like that. But I love working on this piece, honestly. This artwork is a blast to paint. Wherever good feelings come from seeing things, it means it's in the direction of what you desire or values. Value. Mm, I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. Can you give me an example, like when it comes to understanding other people better because of art? I haven't worked on the hammer like at all in this piece. Maybe we should tackle that. So people see modern art as beautiful, and I don't know really. Oh yeah, me neither. I feel like people who see modern art as beautiful are people who are like not into art really, and they kind of they take it at face value. Like, oh, this is art; it must be beautiful. There was a gallery of modern art here in Georgia on my way to the gym. It closed down recently. I was like, yep, not surprised. Hey, dealer, hello. Hey, dude, long time no see. Holy. Where have you been, bro? God damn. Back from another country finally? Dude, were you held hostage in, like, North Korea? Where have you been? Seeing our beauty in the mundane or absurd says something about who you are. Hmm. Wait, so let me try to like piece together what you've been putting down. So you said that art helps you understand people more, and like the kind of art that people like or don't like is kind of giving you an insight in at who they are. Would that be correct to say? Is that what you mean? So like you judge people by what kind of art they like. Oh, I completely agree. I think everybody who doesn't like my art is like gay for sure. It's quite tough to get here. Malta iGaming company. What is Malta? Wait, is Malta a country? Country in Europe. Dude, it's not in Europe. That's in the middle of that's in the middle of a sea. So you've been there and you got back from there? I'm glad you got back. Damn. It's like right underneath Italy. Just just an island in the sea. You can travel across the country in 1 hour. Wow. Judging the bad way, just seeing how they're different compared to you, how you see beauty. I can definitely see that. That's an interesting take. I never thought about that. I guess I sort of do that like in a judgmental way a little bit. Not if like people don't like my art. To be honest, like I don't think they're gay by not liking my art. Um, yeah, for sure. Especially if somebody like praises like AI slop or something, you definitely get an opinion of them. Or they like art and you see the art and you see how like cheap quote unquote it is. Like like very very easy to do pieces, like easy like straightforward composition, nothing complex. Just like you kind of but by having like more insight into what art is, like, yeah, definitely. I definitely see what you mean. So what is it, dealer? You've been you were working there, and like now did you stop working there, or like do you now like work from home, or like what happened? Or are you still there? Nonetheless, cool, dude. I didn't even know that country exists. Like it looks dope on photos. You're probably been having a blast. Malta. Is it good there? Should I go there? Should I move in Malta? Oh my god, their flag. They didn't even try to make a good flag. What the fuck is that? Right, bro. Next time, commission me to design your flag for your country. Wait, so now you're in Malta and now you live there? Official language Maltese. Oh my god. You learning Maltese yet? Probably whole of like 20 people speak in the world. Is Malta expensive or cheap? Moderate. Great answer. Is 1,000 euros enough to live in Malta? Live in Malta family of four. Who cares about the family? 800 euros. Renting one bed apartment may cost you 700 to 1,000 euros. Wow, dude, that's about how it is here. It is good to much opportunities for artists. Wow, that's great. Got a work permit there. So what are you doing for them? Malta flag commission. I'll just paint a frog. A frog on a white background. Kind of like a Japanese flag, but just like with a frog. You painted animated with spine. Hmm. Mixtures of Arabs, Italians, Englishes. So how is it? Are you enjoying it? People who appreciate simple art may feel overwhelmed by complexity in life, while those who love details art might crave more diversity. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, reflecting individual desires and aspirations. Hmm. I can see that for sure. How do you usually like go about in life though? Like if you how do you even know what kind of art people like? I feel like people who are not really into art, they don't even know what they like themselves. So like, and I think it's also like there's also like a learning curve. So what if somebody is um overwhelmed by complexity in life, but at the same time they are into art? And you know, as you get more you know, kind of is as you get more and more into art and like realize more things, like uncover more artists, you kind of would appreciate the complexity more. Yet I feel like so there's like a learning curve to even enjoying art and consuming it, and I feel like it can screw your metric of like judging people by it. Sounds like astrology. You know, like an IQ test. You can like kind of train for IQ test, and at that moment it kind of just loses its whole purpose. He I mean, I don't know. I don't like sunny vibes that much. Nothing to complain. I got rid of. I heard like. Wait, so is it hotter than it is in Turkey? Because I believe Turkey is already a pretty hot country on its own. Rid of Erdogan. Congrats, bro. I mean, hey, same. Need to draw Zalta feed for farming likes on socials, don't judge me. Dude, I've done that, got 0 likes. I'm not judging you for drawing them, I'm judging you because it's a bad decision. Can't swim right now. Damn. Yeah, I also appreciate kind of northern climates way more. Well, I'm used to like negative 30 degrees in winter, like what do you think? But hey dude, it's like it sounds like a just a cool thing overall. Hey Joe. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you. We started it today on the stream a couple of hours ago. That's kind of how far we've gotten. But yeah, dealer, just in general, sounds like it's sounds like it's a lot, you know, change of country, working in office compared to working from home. Sounds great to be honest, like overall. Kind of envy you a little bit. Not even necessarily for the work opportunity, but just like being able to travel, live in a different, completely different world by doing what you like. It's incredible. Sometimes what I don't like about WoW armor designs is that everything's complicated. So even this like armor, like a little this little bit here, like it is so complicated. It has like so many things on the inside, and like the armor is all 3D, and you know, you gotta showcase the volume of it and everything. It's just so much to. Had to face with racism. Wait, really? Like, is there? Were they no welcoming? You tried making your own armor designs? Uh, yeah, but honestly, I'm just more into illustration rather than doing designs. And is an illustrator a really low, simple design, so I can like go wild in my ways of interpreting them as an illustrator. Yeah, yeah, in art. Sometimes, if I paint for myself, I would even go out of my way and like change the armor design to make it more simplistic. Just so I can paint it in like more complicated way myself. But since this is a commission, you know, do not have the luxury of doing that here. Gotta follow through with the design. What about you, Joe? What are you up to? Oh yeah, I mean all the pieces that you see me work on the stream, it's all of these are commissions. Yeah, working. You know that's my job, so gotta do it. A desk organizer? What's that? Right, dealer? See you, friend. Thanks for joining and like telling your story. Really appreciate it. And hey, very happy for you. Let's go, my dude. Goes under the monitors and it has drawers. A lot of shit. Oh, I think I understand what it is. My desk is a mess. I don't know if I would even want to organize it. No. Waste so much time looking for things. Oh, really? Hmm. So, how's your art going, Joe? I saw you were working on portraits recently. Are they going? I'll lurk on your streams sometimes, and I gotta say, like, I envy you working on portraits. Like, I always have like full body, half body, like a big illustration with like a landscape or a scene in the background, and I'm like, damn, I wish I was working on a simple portrait too. Like a close up, you know, like kind of getting into the details and everything. It's can be really enjoyable. Pushing to more color and more texture. Nice, nice. Sounds great. Yeah, I just often, you know, do this like kind of like round up. I just like kind of join into every art stream that I follow and just kind of look at what people up to. Like my extent of lurking. Yeah, I can imagine for sure. I used to do portraits so much to myself, like back in the day. Unfortunately, what I found is that people don't really like commissioning portraits. That's kind of like my biggest issue with them. At least for me, like I've been, oh, I feel like over all these 5 years where I've been doing commissions, I've only gotten like maybe under 10 portrait commissions compared to like hundreds of just like the full body ones. Definitely kind of demand just shapes kind of what you gravitate towards painting. I mean, I love painting everything. To be honest, I really love what I'm painting and what I'm painting right now. I love it a lot. It is just that, you know, some variety or like sometimes just the simplicity of portraits, not necessarily like simplicity as of like they're easier, but the simplicity of um you know, there's like less composition to deal with, less like, you know, you kind of get rid of a lot of struggle and fundamentals right away whenever it's such a close up. Of course, you get like different difficulties in that way, but it's still it's just such nice change of scenery for me, which I don't get too often. Eragon does. Good dwarf, thank you, man. I'm glad you guys recognize that it's a dwarf. Because like my biggest fear is that I do this and you're like, oh, what is this, a human paladin? Like it's not really clear that it's a dwarf, but I feel like I kind of made it pretty clear here. Yeah, definitely, like, the abundance of details you can get there, it's pretty nice. Because, whenever I'm doing a piece like this, it's I don't really get to do many facial details here. Oh, I guess the last portrait that I did, I mean, I don't count this as a portrait. Hey, Gripston, yep. I don't count this as a portrait. It was somewhat like closer to a portrait, but you can see there's still like a lot of things. The portrait that I did was literally the first piece of this here. It was this art. And I had a lot of fun just like, even in her eye, it was just like doodling with texture and stuff like that. Hey, listen, I'm waiting for Wednesday to open my vault. And I decided to like cut it for this week because I was playing too much and kind of didn't have enough time to do art. So I decided to just like wait it until Wednesday since I already have like all the vault slots filled for the week. Although okay, just gotta work. What about you? Chinese and metallic textures. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. Like you would have no choice but to learn how to render metal if you do so much WoW art. Play WoW so don't produce much at all. Oh yeah, can definitely happen. The way I try to like still be productive and play WoW is to first of all have no ults, so like I only play my main. Uh, and I also don't play any other games than WoW. So like if I get bored from WoW, it's over. Then I'm just working pretty much all the time. But even with that, still sometimes get caught up and like play for like 5-6 hours in the morning instead of work, and then just kind of, yeah, the art day is pretty much over by that point. You know it's bad whenever you're playing the first thing you wake up. Also, when it comes to portrait details, I've been loving doing these like blurry eyes whenever you kind of like blur the iris into the white of the eye a little bit. That's been my favorite. But you don't really get to do that here. Like you get to do that a little bit. It's kind of like visible, but not really. Yeah, that's why I need more portraits, more like deliberate portraits. Three-fourth of a body on the last piece, and then it was so hard to get the eyes pop the same way. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And honestly, like I sort of get out of practice with portraits very quick too. Like since I'm always doing these like full bodies, like half body piece, There is a piece that I'm working on off stream at the moment. Like this artwork. And you can see like this is the main character. You can see how little place I got for his eyes. So I just get so out of practice with like deep eye rendering, and it's just kind of hard to get back to it whenever you actually get to paint them. Yeah, I'm just fiddling a lot with the buildings in the background. I kind of had one version of it, and then I realized that the buildings were too small compared to figures, and then like I kind of rearranged everything, repainting a lot of stuff. Yeah, but in general, kind of wiping with this piece. How much time was this already? This was 23 and a half hours so far. Probably gonna sink like at least 10 to 15 more into this. Just plain rendering and everything. I'm loving his face, even though it's like not necessarily close up. I think he's coming out cute. I rarely get to paint people that are like older and stuff like that, so like all their imperfections in the skin, all the wrinkles. Looks so nice. Very refreshing compared to all the cute elves and things like that. I want to push myself to draw more men, but for some reason it's not as fun for me. Really? I feel like drawing men is way more fun. Like, you can get away with so much more. You know, big noses, sharper shapes, and like kind of angles, you know, like everything. I feel like if you experiment like that with girls, they kind of they can get like just not as cute, and then just kind of the pieces are ruined. But with men, you know, the more wrinkles, the better. All the scars only make them more beautiful. Am I right? I feel like, yeah, whenever I was starting out doing art, I was only painting girls. Like, literally exclusively painting girls. And then, as I got to paint males, it was just easier. Like, I didn't, like, particularly study for it or anything. It was just, like, I got to it, and it was like, wow, dude, that's so forgiving. I can do so much more, and, like, it's so much simpler, too. Yo, Rise and Shines. It's been 3 hours of me working on this artwork, and it means that we gotta wrap up this stream. It's already 12 a.m. Right, gonna go chill out and gonna finish this tomorrow on the stream. So join me tomorrow to see to see the rest of this artwork. Right, team? Thank you for watching. Love you all. See you tomorrow.
Bye.